So I'm playing bibites or bibites. I don't know how to pronounce it. But like it's basically a game. Here, I'll zoom out and you can just see like the whole area I have here. It's a game where you simulate life and well, you can start with a template of an animal or organism, whatever you want to call it. Um, this Well, both of these came from templates. I have two species in here active, um, but this one is relatively newer, and thus it's um, more related genetically to its original template. It's primarily a scavenger. It eats this giant piece of meat. I have like a giant animal that spawns in ever so often, and it pretty much uh, it, it dies immediately. I don't want to go into why. It just dies. It doesn't know how to eat, I guess. So I basically just spawn that in, uh, and then when it dies, it creates a carcass, and then that's what these little guys or big guys are feeding on. Right now, there's 96 of them, steadily increasing. Well, actually, it's kind of going up and down. But yeah, that's one of the species that I have. The other species is, it says Genghis Gesius. Originally, I called it Genghis Khan. That was like the species that kind of won out in, or beat all the other species in my previous, well, I wouldn't say previous run, this is the same run, but like basically I kind of just wiped everything from I wiped all the species and only put Genghis Khan in for a good while, and then put it against the scorpion here. So basically, originally this was Genghis Khan and just the original scorpion template, and now Genghis has evolved quite a bit. I can show the evolution timeline thingy. It looks kind of stupid, actually. I mean, what this guy is doing. Um, and it probably is, but it seems to work for the species, and that's what matters. See, he got the piece of plant. Yeah, the Genghis Khan, contrary to its name, is not actually like a bloodthirsty warlord. It just kind of, well, it eats both meat and plant, but there's so much like plant matter and no competition for the plant matter since the other animal is a meat eater, that it just kind of, it's used to eating the plant matter, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, it kind of, there's some of them that go for the meat. If I just like go through each of these one by one, there's got to be at least one that eats meat. Like this one is digesting meat, so some of them like to get a little bit risky around these carnivores. I mean, they're not too much of a threat. They kind of, these two species kind of stick to themselves, but they're not opposed to attacking each other. And in fact, Genghis is a cannibal species. It will eat its own species. But I guess most of the species here are like that. Like in this game, most of the species in this game are able to cannibalize their own species, so it's not a big deal, I guess. Yeah, this game is kind of cute, just to see how they move and where they want to go for their next meal, and how they react to both threats and allies. The weird thing about Genghis is that it just spins its food around. As soon as it hits an enemy or a piece of food, it'll spin it into oblivion. I don't know why or what it does. And in fact, when it's a baby, the babies have very little energy to spare because, well, they're babies and they just don't have much like fat storage or energy. Um, so they kind of can wear themselves out by just spinning their food around so much that they just die. Like I saw a baby Genghis spinning its food until it died. Like it couldn't even like regenerate the energy it was wasting by spinning its food. Maybe we can get one of these guys attacking. Oh god. Oh yeah, right here. See, this one. Oh yeah, this chart on the side here, the percentage here shows how different it is from the rest of the species. And as time goes on, most of the individuals in a species will have a good amount of percentage here, because they're just drifting very slowly out of the, or away from the original species. And then once it hits 100%, it's a new species and it names itself automatically. So here I'll show you what I named it. Genghis Kanate, or Kanate. I just say Kanate. Everything after this is is automatically named. Joey Clonahani. The names kind of just come from Patreon sponsors, I guess, and scientists. I don't know. You can look it up. And well, there's more than one, subspecies usually that comes out of. For example, there was multiple species that came from here, Joey. However, it died. Oh, maybe not. Okay, it's not showing, but yeah, there were more species down here, but they kind of died off. So it's not showing them it's not showing the dead species. It's showing the lineage that's been passed down. So here we are. It goes to Joey, and then it goes to Rosemarois. And then the Rosemarois takes a long, long time to eventually evolve into the Giseus. And it says 3 days, 21 hours. To be honest, I don't know if it even was that long ago that this started, because yeah, it's not exactly real time. I'm speeding it up quite a bit, because otherwise the simulation would take way too long for everything to evolve. So I typically go at I leave it on at night at 5 times. Okay, so this guy's apparently eating while being eaten. They're eating each other. But I don't know how that's possible, actually. Oh no, okay, so the reason why this guy is losing health is because he has no energy. But he is eating this guy, the scorpion. He's about to die, though. I wish the species would realize when it's futile to attack. There's so much meat here. That guy just died trying to eat a piece of meat. That's sad. yeah. Let's see what else I can show. There's the baby spinning its little plant. Oh, it has some fat storage, so it's not losing as much energy by spinning. It's already eaten quite a bit. This yellow substance shows the fat storage on the left, the biology panel. And then the red is the muscle. Basically, it gives you all sorts of like information about the bibites body, its brain, what food it prefers, you know, its interactions with other bibites. It's very intricate. There's too much to go into, really. Like, I could only guess attacked damage here probably just means if it's lost health due to an attack. There's like a positive reinforcement chain, whatever, where the more it's attacked, the more it accelerates. And that's one of the brain connections it has. So basically it just speeds up when it's damaged. Which makes sense if you're like being chased by a serial killer fish, you want to run away faster. I don't know what the fuck anything in the middle is, like, primarily because it says hidden, so I don't know what it does with the numbers, but it does something to the numbers. And you can tell this is, oh, yeah, I should say that this was kind of an experimental species line. The original Genghis Khan is not related very closely to its original template, which is actually just the basic bibite. And I can show the templates here, right here. Basic bibite. It's literally just the most basic template, and that's what Genghis Khan came from. So, but the reason why it's so different is because I fucked with the settings for how they evolve. Yeah, the mutation settings. I changed this to like 1%, or even, yeah, something like that, very low, which basically means if there's a genetic mutation, the mutation has literally nothing to do with the base mutation value. So let's say if I have like red hair and then I mix with somebody who has like brown hair, we have a child, okay, they have a chance of having red or brown hair. But like with this thing, it'll be like, oh, now they have blue hair. It's a 1% relation to the gene itself. It's just a chaos gene. It does whatever it wants. If there's a mutation, then God knows what it'll do. And that's probably why this whole brain graph is a mess. Because if you look at this. This is like as close to a basic template as you can get. Its brain is so neatly organized. There's hardly any like fluff in the middle. Yeah, it's very close to the original. But then here, holy shit. It has 45 brain connections and 44 nodes. Let's compare that to pretty much anything. Let's just look through all of them. So this one has 29 synapses. The basic one has 3. Like imagine that. I started with a basic bibite that has 3 synapses. And here, what if I just spawn them in? Wait, no, I'm gonna actually not put it into the virgin bibite spawning thing, because then it will like spawn automatically. I just want to place a bibite manually. So let's just go here. See, I spawned it. It spawned like 4 or 5. Let's just spawn a bunch of them actually. I don't really give a shit. Look, like 3 connections. Oh, 13 nodes. Oh, the nodes are the little... Okay, it's an input-output thingy. So, the connections are just the synapses, I guess. Yeah. So that means... I don't know, but... Yeah, this is what the Genghis Khan comes from. I went from this all the way to this just through the chaos gene. And I can actually show that, I guess. However, what I want to show is a bit... here, let's just like... I'm gonna cancel this dude. How do I just... I'll just get rid of him, why not? I have to remember this though. I'm gonna remember this number. It's 5 divided by like 10,000, wait, 100, 1,000, 10,000. 5 divided by 10,000. Or 5 10,000ths. Okay. So I'm gonna delete that. Add a basic bibite. And then mutate genes. I'm gonna make this all genes, which means all of the genes are gonna be mutated. So how am I gonna do this? Let's just increase it to that. I don't know if it's spawning anything, but maybe I should actually, because I already have a basic bibite, so I wouldn't even know if it's, I wouldn't know how to like keep track of it until I find it. Let's just use a different species. Easy herbivore, that's good. Yeah, here we go. So it already starts with a 64% difference and a 16% genetic difference. Do I know what most of these things mean, the numbers mean? I don't really know. I'm not sure why this is 64% and why this is 16%. I guess, like I know this is the brain difference, but I don't know why the brain difference is different from the overall species difference. Because I feel like if you have a pretty different brain, then you'd be a different species, but you know what, that's for you to figure out. I don't really care. Fullness. Wait, what if we just like let's go through all of them. Huh. Well, yeah, see, all of them have different differences Whereas if they just evolve naturally, they usually have similar differences. Because it's. Yeah. So that's cool. You can make the mutations happen as fast as you want. Probably even faster than that. Well, I know you can do it faster than that, but I don't want to do that because of some things that happen. Hold on, I'm gonna bring back my meat bag. Is that the right number? I hope so. Yeah, this is my meat bag. Oh. Yeah. It takes a while to spawn in because it's so giant that it produces a lot of meat, and that if it spawns very often, then there would be so much meat that scorpions would be high in number, like in the 200s or so, or more. My computer cannot handle that many. So I like to keep it at least at like 5 times the original simulation speed, and I can only do that when it's you know, doable. I can do it when it's doable, and it's only doable when it's got like less than 200 bibites. Right now we have 168, so it's good. The center is littered by all the scorpions eating the carcass of the thing that spawns about right here. Sometimes it spins off into oblivion. But maybe for the sake of, you know what, I'll just like spawn it. Oh fuck. That was way too fast. Oh god. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Here, you see, now they're gonna explode a number. I just wanted to show one of them, but they die way too fast. Like, I had it at half speed, and it still just died immediately. Probably from spinning into all the objects around it. I'm not sure. But you know what? Wait, where did... Oh. I guess one of them spawned over here, but yeah. If I just like place one, I can show some shit. And I'm gonna pause the game so it does not die. I don't know. Yeah, let's just do that. It's alive. Wait. Why does it say 58%? That's a huge fucking difference from itself. Oh well. What was I showing? Who knows? I guess that's it. That's all I wanted to show. Just the fucking sheer size of this thing. This piece of whale meat. If I just press play, it's gonna start spinning into oblivion. There's no objects to hurt it, so it's relatively safe. If we speed it up, it's gonna lose energy from spinning so much. And eventually, oh, it's popping out the other side. It's like a wrecking ball sometimes. It can actually wipe out a whole civilization of smaller bibites just by flinging itself across the universe. That's why, and this is not a basic template, like, this is me just like experimenting and coming up with like some like giant whale thing that has no purpose other than to die. All through evolution. I'm not even sure how I got it to this point, because of course to evolve a species you have to like carry it on, but the species cannot carry itself at all. So I'm not exactly sure how I did it. Oh, huh. I don't know. Probably just through brute force. I probably forced it to survive through a bunch of experiments. Wow, this is taking a long time to lose energy. Slowly but surely, it's gonna just stop being able to spin. Holy crap, it has so much energy, and it's all going to waste. It actually can eat food, but it doesn't like to actually digest the food. So here we go. Like, I have no idea. If I have it lay an egg... Oh. See, the babies are giant. Alright, let's just, like, kill it. This baby here... I wonder if the baby can actually do anything that the adult can't. But clearly the answer is no. It's just gonna spin until it dies. And it still has a hell of a lot of energy and health, even at birth. Like, it's born, look at how much fat it's born with. Or is that fat? I don't know. Huh. Okay, well that's that. That's pretty much all I'm gonna show.